So we've lost today, guys, 1-0 in the FA Cup final. First half was just so bad, man, so bad. There was no creativity, there was no penetration, we played slow. And at the back, you know, the warning signs were there. Phil Jones made an awful pass in like the first 10 minutes. Hazard ran through on goal, and De Gea made a good save. The warning signs were there, and then he made a huge mistake again. And just stay on your feet, Phil Jones. Just stay on your feet. He makes a shocking tackle, and to be fair, I've seen it back. He's probably lucky to even stay on the pitch. He's probably even lucky to stay on the pitch. And in the end, that's been a deciding factor. Chelsea haven't had to be great to beat us today. They haven't had to be great and that annoys me even more. You know, we didn't get out of second gear today, and it just wasn't good enough. Second half, we tried. I'll give us that. We tried to impose ourselves in the game, and we put Chelsea under a little bit of pressure. On a different day, maybe if Rashford had his shooting boots on, we do a little better. I know, obviously, Pogba had a header as well in the second half that he should have done a lot better with. But by and large, we didn't create enough. Alexis Sanchez, for me, today, poor. Didn't do enough. I didn't see him enough. Lingard, yeah, he tried, but again, by and large, wasn't enough. Pogba wasn't enough. We just weren't at the races today. We weren't at the races, and that performance there almost kind of just sums up the whole season. We've had some high points this season. Of course, we've had some good results, but we've had too many performances like that. Uninspiring, lethargic, slow, out of ideas. The Lukaku thing's a bit of a myth for me in terms of why he was on the bench. I think if he's fit enough to be on the bench, me personally, I would start him. I would have started Lukaku. Obviously, yes, I'm not Jose Mourinho. He's on a training ground. He knows the players, best. But for me, I would have went with Lukaku. It didn't work. Rashford looked lost. He hasn't been in good form, so that was always going to be a tough ask for him. I don't want to jump on his back too much, but he wasn't ready for this type of game. Martial on the bench again. It just shows. He came on and he tried, but all in all, it's just not good enough. And where do we go from here? I mean, we've made progress. We have made progress, but I'm still unconvinced. I'm not happy with how much. I don't think we've made enough progress. We go on, obviously, in the Champions League. We're in the Champions League. That's great. I can see you. You're happy. You're happy. And fair, you know, you didn't have to be great to beat us today, did you? Didn't.
Not really.
No, it wasn't really an amazing game.
It wasn't the best of games, so let's be real. Come on.
Exactly. And that's just it. That's from a Chelsea fan. He's saying it wasn't the best of games.
I came into the final. I think you're actually going to win.
And that's another thing. Chelsea fans have been unanimous, and pretty much all of them I speak to before the game, saying we're poor. You know, our confidence is down. You should beat us.
Really, you're as bad as us.
Well, we finished second.
Yeah, but would you want to finish second behind City?
Well, obviously not, but I wouldn't want to be fifth.
No, of course.
And in Europa League. But no, listen, you won the FA Cup today, and that's what it was all about. No so thank you very much, man. Cheers. And that's just it. You know, there's a difference of opinion. They're happy they've won an FA Cup final. Why wouldn't you be? But in terms of us compared to Chelsea this season, there's no comparison. I think we've definitely been better. Obviously, we finished second, they finished fifth. But that's not what I'm on about. I'm on about us. I care about us. I don't care about Chelsea's progress. I don't think for what we've put in, I don't think we've got enough out. And unless Mourinho can win top honours by playing that way, I think we're in for a rough ride. I honestly do think that. Now I've had a chance to think about the season, and I'm not just having a knee-jerk reaction because we've lost the final. Even if we would have won the final, my overall conclusion to this season would have been that if we don't find a way to change the brand of football, if we don't find a way to bridge the gap with City and at least challenge for top honours, then it's going to be a rocky road. I mean, we finished second, so progress from here can potentially only be finishing first. Do you know what I mean? Progress now, potentially, obviously in the Champions League, we'll be getting to the quarterfinals. It's things that we haven't done, so it's very, very difficult. A lot of Chelsea fans give me stick. You know, it's been hard. You know what I mean? They're chucking it because they've been poor this season. I don't want to get into it with them, but I'm upset. If I'm thinking about the positives are, yes, it's the highest place we've finished since Fergie, but I don't know, man. We've made improvements in numbers, but in reality, I'm struggling to see it, man. We need to find a way to change next season. We really do. But before I go, I've got to take an opportunity to thank you guys for the support this season. You know, it has been up and down, but for the support you guys given United Stand and myself, it's been absolutely brilliant. We've been lucky to have you guys, and we're going to keep giving you that content and keep building for next season. And hopefully we can get back to those winning ways. Hopefully Jose can find the formula. I don't want him gone. I don't want him to go, but if he doesn't change his ways, he's going to have a hard time trying to convince me and a lot of other United fans that he's going to be the right man to take us forward. So that's my views on our season. The season's come to an end. Now we're going to be linked with here, there and everyone, every Tom, Dick and Harry and his dog. Going to be linked with Man United. Who are we going to get? Who do we need? Drop your views in the comments in the boxes below, guys. It's been a whirlwind of a season. We've come to the end of it. Yes, we finished second, which is the highest since Sir Alex Ferguson has left. That's probably a positive. But other than that, I don't know. I don't think it's enough. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next season. All right, so we've lost by 1-0 today in the FA Cup final. What did you make of the whole thing today?
Bitterly disappointing. I had very high hopes and expectations from the start. I had high expectations of Pogba when Matic and Lukaku came in. So unfortunately, like today, I was confident 1 or 2-0. Like we had a good record in the big games this season, but not today. I just feel today we kind of lacked in the final third. We kept passing the ball backwards and sideways. Need more creativity in midfield. Need more natural width on the right hand side and another centre half. They're the three main priorities. Even the wing backs will be the 4th and 5th priorities for next season.
Why do you think we started the game so slowly? Why did we approach the game like that? What was wrong in the first half?
No, it's just an individual mistake by Phil Jones cost the whole game. Like on another day, like again, it's a lot of deadwood in that squad. I mean, Jones, Blind, Darmian, Smalling, a lot of deadwood. Mourinho needs to clear out Fellaini as well on the way out. So it's just a matter of rebuilding, and I am fully still behind the manager.
Yeah, I mean, you got a Jose Mourinho t-shirt on there. You're very much backing Mourinho to change the fortunes of our club.
There's no question about it. And what's never been said here is that if Mourinho had taken over from the very start after Ferguson, there'd be none of this transition. I assure you, none of this transition whatsoever. So I mean, he's the man to, like, we play a better brand of football if we have a better midfield and more width. You look at Man City, they have 2 playmakers midfield. Tottenham have Eriksen, Liverpool had Coutinho. Who have we got in the middle of the field? Pogba, who, on and off play, he's not consistent enough for me. Then you look at our wide men, Martial, Rashford, Lingard, Sanchez, they're not consistent. Only, you look at the whole squad, only a few players played well, like De Gea, Valencia, Matic and Lukaku. Who else had a good season for United this season? When you think of it, like...
Lingard's been alright, no?
Sorry?
Lingard?
Oh, he's hit and miss. Scores the odd goal every big game. Rashford the same. The odd goal every big game, goes missing for another 2 months. So, not consistent enough for me. No, not enough pace. Not enough. Don't move the ball quick enough. Final third. Not for me. Just too reliant on Lukaku for goals. Without him, we looked toothless first half. Did we even create? Like, we had a few half chances in the game second half, but we never really got in behind him.
It just didn't quite come, did it? Sanchez was poor today. Obviously the mistake from Phil Jones. Yeah. Pogba, he had a header that maybe should have done a lot better with. Well, he definitely should have done a lot better with. We just didn't have enough.
Yeah, well, we can take consolation. There's always the summer to strengthen that squad. Get a quality midfielder in, more width, and another centre half. Because being Champions League side, we can attract nearly every top player that's going. So off the top of my head, I say Tony Kroos would be a great sign. Whether he'll come or not is a different story. And then a bit of natural pacey width on the right hand side and a top centre half, because Bailly is injury prone. Jones and Smalling, like I said, Deadwood, Darmian, Blind, again passengers in that squad. So he needs more signings, Mourinho. That's just it.
What's the positives from this season? What's the positives to take forward to next year?
Yeah, the good results in the big games, the beating of Liverpool, beating of Man City and Tottenham and Chelsea earlier this season, 2 wins over Arsenal. But again, just need to be more consistent against the smaller teams. I mean, them points we dropped against West Brom, Newcastle, Stoke, Huddersfield, I mean, they cost us. Back in October, you could see that Huddersfield defeat killed our title hopes. It really did. I had no idea Man City would be this consistent, but next season, when you think of it, next season, it's between United, City and, to a lesser extent, Liverpool, who they buy, and you can't really say Arsenal, Chelsea or Spurs are contenders next season. So, like I said, we're going to be, in a better position to buy better players than most of the top clubs. I mean, City are at their peak. They can't get any better. 100 points, 100 plus goals, can't get any better. So, I'm still fully behind Mourinho. Needs more time, more money, essentially. And for any counter argument, there's not many managers with what he's got can do a whole lot better. I mean, you look at Allegri, you look at Simeone, a similar brand of football. And if Pochettino, great brand of football, what does he win? Nothing. And then Klopp, after Dortmund, has yet to prove he can win. So, apart from Mourinho, there's not many out there that can do a lot better with what he's got.
Listen, man, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for talking to us.